So this is all collards here, and then the next crop is kale. So it was $1 million crop loss. Like all this food for people, you know, and it's not gonna be there anymore.
In February, a historic winter storm caused temperatures to plunge across Texas, affecting all 254 counties and leaving millions without power or water. The extended cold also wiped out crops, devastating farms all over the state. In the Rio Grande Valley, half this year's citrus yield was lost, and huge supplies of milk couldn't be processed and went to waste. Johnson's backyard garden, an organic farm near Austin, was hit particularly hard, sustaining serious damage to nearly all of its crops.
It was total devastation at the farm. I would say it's probably about 90% of the crops were destroyed. So imagine about 60 blocks of fields of all different kinds of organic vegetables at the peak of the harvest, and it just froze every vegetable and just turned it into mush. We're a 200-acre farm here in East Austin. Started in my backyard in a little 30 by 50 foot backyard garden, but now we've grown quite a bit. You know, I've been farming in Austin since I moved here in 2001, and this is the coldest that I've ever seen it. It was really kind of just a feeling like hopelessness and that there's not much that we can do. And I mean, it's traumatic to think about it, you know, like I didn't sleep last night. We're trying to take care of our employees, make sure that everyone is safe. We've been making sure to pay our employees even though they couldn't come to work. We've got a really close-knit, hard-working group of people here. It'll take how long for us to recover?
It's gonna be like a couple of weeks. Couple of weeks for just to be a little normal.
Johnson's backyard garden donates thousands of pounds of produce to food banks each year. While that mission continues, this year's crop losses will reduce donations to food banks already stressed by the pandemic.
At this point, we're still sort of trying to assess how badly it'll impact us. I think you'll definitely see less produce being available for donation. And ironically, at a time where the demand has never been greater, I do think we're going to feel it to some extent.
It's a terrible sight to see. We're used to adversity. We've never learned to like it, but we've had multiple hurricanes. We've been through a trade war. We've had wildfires. We've gone through the pandemic, and now we have a blizzard. Us guys in agriculture, we're a tough, resilient bunch. We're used to adversity. So just hang in there. Just, you got to get outside and get to work. Now's the time we got to hustle. We got to double up and catch up.
Yeah, so all of these right here are going to be our cherry tomatoes. Even though 90% of the crops were damaged, we had a lot of transplants that were in the greenhouse, and we have a lot of seeds that we hadn't planted yet. And so it's a really bad situation to be in, but if we can just work the fields now and replant, we can have more produce coming before, in the next month or two. But look at this, man, these are awesome still. Everyone's like working so hard to just rebuild and make it happen. It's like, if there's an excitement, the only thing to do is like start fresh and replant.